I bought America's cheapest Toyota Land Cruiser for 1,400 bucks, and my plan is to get it back on the road and sell it for profit. If you know anything about the Toyota Land Cruiser market, then you know that a good old Land Cruiser is basically a block of gold with four-wheel drive. These trucks are super durable, and they've been known to get upwards of 500,000 miles on the original engine. The inside of this truck smells horrible. It's spent a lot of its life just sitting around, because the guy that I bought it from acquired it from a deceased person who used it as a plow truck. That means it was only used to push snow around in the winter, and it basically sat around the rest of the year. Now that's good for having low miles, but Rolling Stones don't collect moss. So even though it's got low miles, it's got issues of its own from sitting. Since all the windows and doors have been sealed up while this thing was sitting, any moisture or rodents or anything that got in here were just sitting and permeating. So all the cushions, the carpet, all of it needs to come out and get power washed and deep cleaned. Now I had it towed to a mechanic shop because I at least know that it needs new brakes, and I really don't want to get into all that. It also doesn't start without jumping the solenoid. So my first goal is to get it running, driving, and stopping. After that I can do whatever I want with it. But in respect of the mechanic, I wanted to get some of that mold out. And somehow I bought toilet paper instead of paper towel at the dollar store, which ended up being basically useless, and I was rubbing this entire car down with toilet paper from the dollar store. They need to make toilet paper a different shape or something. But anyways, we're going in with that Autobahn, which kills 99.9% of bacteria, as they say. The guy that I bought it from didn't have any mice or rodents living in here, but it was certainly before him. So this stuff will kill any sort of bacteria that's left in here, even though it's probably been years since any rodent has been inside. I'd also like to be in the good graces of my mechanic, so the minimum I can do is somewhat make this car a little bit cleaner before they hit me with some service fee. Now, any of you Land Cruiser nuts out there, please, please, please help me diagnose the problem. You put the key in and turn the ignition, nothing happens. I can jump the solenoid and the engine cranks over, but nothing with the key. If you know what that is, please comment. As we all know, these Land Cruisers are not only old, but it's super hard to get parts for them. The parts that you can get are expensive. I really don't want to rack up an insane bill at this mechanic shop just trying to find the problem. It's a good shop, but they're also not necessarily Land Cruiser professionals. Anyways, I got all those original floor mats, which is really cool, so I'm going to have to clean those down. And you can see the frame still has some of that original powder coating. Not too bad. Once it's power washed, it'll be nice and shiny. Follow for more.